Hi, my name is Jaydden. I'm here with my mom, Lesley. The date is December 9th, 2024, and we're recording this interview in Chicago, Illinois. So I have a set of questions, like around 5 questions for you, and you just have to answer them as honestly as possible.
Okay.
Don't cry though. Okay, ready?
Okay.
So the first question is, what were your favorite memories or memory from when I was little?
Um, your first word was goal, and you were very 3 months old when you started watching TV, and the colors would attract you so much to the TV, and you became a toddler, and you fell in love with soccer. And one of the reasons that you started walking was because you wanted to chase the ball. And I think you were like 3 years old, Papa, when you fell in love with playing a drum set, and we bought you a playful drum set. And you would get on top of the coffee table in the living room and sit with your drum set up top in diapers. And you would play. And you would play, and it had no rhythm, but you wanted to play that song from the, it was a new kid band that had come out. I can't recall the name right now. And then from there, you learned how to play the tablet, and you had this way of moving your index finger. It was hilarious, and we just purposely gave you some things to the phone just so you can move it around. There's even a picture that you fell asleep with the tablet. One of my most memories, and how you used to bring the kids from the neighborhood. You were very little. I don't know if you remember. You were like in kindergarten, and they would come and knock on the door and ask you to come out. And you would gather a crowd, you and your sister outside, and it was like the whole block. It was like maybe like 10 kids. Even older kids would come and play with you soccer with your what is it,
The little nets.
yeah, the nets. You would drag your nets all over the block. There's many more.
Okay. So second question might be a little deep.
Oh God, why?
But what do you wish you could change about your life in the past? Like, what do you wish you could have done? Like, it doesn't have to be many things. It could just be one. It's fine. Take your time.
One of the deepest ones would be finishing high school.
Finishing high school?
Yeah, because with over time, things have changed so much, and it would have been easier. Things would have been quite easier, to be honest. Being able to get a career and not have struggled so much. And that would have made things different for us. That's why I want you guys to finish high school.
Okay. And then, so now that you're older, right, and you have more experience and like you've taken advice and stuff like that. What do you wish you could tell your younger self? Like, what type of advice?
Not to be so hard on myself. To be more patient. And more acceptable of my surroundings and not be so judgmental on myself. And to be more outspoken and not so shy. And that things would get better further down. And I don't know, I think things would have been different if I didn't rush so much, you know? And of course, to finish high school, to actually complete a career.
And then, what was your favorite childhood memory or memories?
When we, as you know, we were such a big family. So, you know, money was always scarce, and um, we didn't have much of a vacation or trips, you know. So it would be when my dad was able to take us. We went as a whole family to the aquarium, and he bought us a dolphin necklace. And when, due to his job, he was able to take us to Six Flags, and he took us fishing one time. And I love going to the park because he would always be able to do. He always took us to the park, and we would play by the basketball courts. What was the second part?
It would be like a lot of you, right? It was what, like 6 of you, 7 of you total?
We were seven. We were seven total. Your youngest uncle, he was born in 1999.
And then, well, I guess you could say like the final question would be, what did you want to become when you were growing up? Or you could either be one of the things you wanted to become when you were growing up, or one of the few multiple things. It could be multiple or just one.
I always dreamed of becoming a surgical nurse. I don't know why, it just like, I remember I used to watch a show that used to come on TNT, and it was called ER, and it was about doctors and nurses. And it seemed so cool and adventurous to be in that field. And I would have loved to fulfill that.
Was that the only thing you wanted to become growing up, or was there multiple?
Well, further down the line, I fell into real estate, and I becoming maybe a real estate agent would have been the next thing. I think I'm very social, and it took me a long time to become that way, to break from my timidness and shyness, and to become more outspoken. And I really enjoyed it when I fell into that field. And but those two would have been like either or. But mostly the growing up was becoming a surgical nurse.
So the real estate and surgical nurse.
That would have been my first choice. I don't know. I always just thought it was so cool to be like, I'm not squeamish to see blood or like any of that. And of course, the human body is so interesting, especially when you see like cuts or wounds, I think I would have really enjoyed it.
Oh, I think that's it. I don't have any more questions. Well, thank you for the interview.
You're welcome.